Hello everyone, this is Madhitya Kumar, and today in this video we are going to be discussing about the Python programming language. Firstly, I'm going to tell you about the IDE. In this video, the IDE which I'm going to use is going to be Visual Studio Code. Like Visual Studio Code, there are other IDEs also, like Spider and all and all. You can go and search about them and choose what you like. But throughout the video, I'm going to use this IDE. I prefer this IDE over other IDEs for various reasons. Now, after downloading this IDE, you should go to your browser and search for Python. Now, when you type Python, then what you type is you have to type Python download, and then it is going to take you to a website. You just have to click on the first link which is going to come, and then it is going to take you to the website, and you have to download the Python, and you have to select what your PC is. Like if it is a 32-bit system, you have to select that, and if it is a 64-bit system, then you have to select that. So select the type of PC, the architecture of PC, and then you can just download it. And so that's all about the way you can download the Python. Now after you download the Python, you just have to install it, and it just gets installed like the way normal application get installed in your PC. So you won't be having much problem with it. But you still have a problem with it, then do let me know in the comment section. I'm going to help you with that. I'm going to upload a separate video on the installing of these two things. Now after downloading these two things, you have to go to the Visual Studio Code, and you have to go to the extension system right here. After you click on this thing, you're going to see the extension which are installed in the computer. You can search for this extension, but for that you need an active internet connection. So search for the Python extension available. When you search for that, then you're going to see a link. Just click on it, and then it's going to take you to the page where the Python extension will be available. Just download it and enable it. After you enable it, then you have to choose Python as your the Python which you downloaded as your interpreter. So we have to do these settings only, and after you do that, then we are good to start with Python. Now I'm going to tell you about the way you can make a Python program. So basically I'm going to tell you about how to open a Python program in the Python in the VS Code. So what you have to do is you just have to go here, and then you have to go here, and you just have to make a new folder. Just name it anything you want. Here the name doesn't matter. Then you have to, what you have to do, you just have to do a right click right here, and after you do the right click, you're just going to see these things. You have to select this open with code. After you select this thing, then what you have to do is you just have to go here, right here, and then you have to click on this icon, which is the new file icon, and then you can name your file. Like I'm naming it anything. There are some rules which you need to follow for naming. You can't add spaces between the words. And then what is the extension? The extension is py. So Python file asks you to the extension py. That thing has you to keep in mind while you're naming your file, and then file is successfully created in the Visual Studio Code. Congratulations for it. Now in this video I'm going to talk about the data types, I'm going to talk about the variables, and I'm going to talk about the print command. So let's get started. Now I am going to tell you about the variable. So what is a variable? We basically make variable to store a particular value in Python, or to store the data types. Now what are data types? Basically there are three type of data types. Like there are strings and float and integer data types. So these are the three basic data types, and there are boolean and other type of data type also, but for about those data type we are going to discuss later on about those data types. But for the time being, you just have to keep in mind that there are three major type of data type, which are the string, float, and the integer data type. So these are the three most important data type used in Python, and you should be knowing about them. Now as we have discussed about the meaning of the data type, let me move to the definition of variable. Now what is a variable? Variable is basically something which stores the data type. So suppose if I say a is equals to 5, then I mean to say that there is the value of 5 in the variable a. So a is a variable, it can vary. Now variables are also called identifiers. So variables store a particular value. and by value I mean data types. So there are three type of data types. There are three basic type of data types which I have told you, which are float, then there are integers, and then there are strings. Now what are these three type of data types? So that thing we are going to discuss in this video. Now a string is a type of data type which is kind of stores alphabets. So suppose if I say my name is Aditya, so that means that I am storing a value. Now how do we define a string? So basically we end inverted commas in front and end of a statement to tell Python that we are writing a string data type. So that's how we write a string. So you just have to add a double inverted commas to tell Python that we are writing a string, and it's a basically alphabet. So Python will interpret it as a string. You can't add or subtract things in a string. Now what are integers? Now integers are things which we studying from our very childhood. Like these are the things, these are the numbers like 1 2 3 and so on. So these are about integers, and you just don't need to put any sign to make Python to tell Python that a particular thing is integer. You just have to write that particular integer which you want to write. Let's suppose if I want to allocate 5 in the variable a, then I'm going to write a is equals to 5. So that's how we write integers. Now we have discussed about the integers and string. Now what is a float data type? Float data type is basically a data type which is in common days we know float data type as decimal numbers. So all the decimal numbers are called float data types. So if you allocate a particular float number, then basically you mean to say that we are storing a decimal number in a particular variable. So that's all about the three type of data types. Now as we've discussed about the three types of data types, I am going to tell you about the operators. Now what are the operators? Now there are plus, minus, different. So how would you add or subtract or divide in Python? That's what operator does. Operators adds, subtracts, divides or multiply things in Python. Now I'm going to tell you about few type of operators. Let's first discuss about the addition operator. So as the name suggests, addition operator is going to add things. Now the division operator is going to divide thing, and a subtraction operator is going to subtract thing. But how are we going to tell Python that add these two values or subtract these two values? So what are we going to do is, firstly we're going to say Python that a is equals to a particular value, b is equals to a particular value. A and b are basically the values. We are storing a and b the values which we want to add, subtract or divide. So basically, and then what we're going to do is we're going to write a print command. Print command basically prints a thing in Python. Now as I have declared two variables, then I'm going to write print a plus b. So that's going to give me a particular value that's going to add the values of allocated in the variable a and b, and that's going to print that thing. So like in a similar way you can add or subtract or divide anything. If you want to divide two values, like I have allocated some value in the variable a and b, and if I want to divide them, then I'm going to use that slash symbol. So I'm going to write print, then I'm going to add a bracket, then I'm going to write a slash b, and then I'm going to close the bracket. So that's how things are going to work. Now suppose you want to multiply two values, then you're going to, what you're going to write is you're going to write a star b or a asterisk symbol and b. So that is the thing which you're going to write to multiply two data types. Now the slash which we use for the division does not give us answer in integer, it gives answer in float value. So you're going to get an answer in decimal. So if you want to get an answer in an integer form, then what you're going to do is you're going to add double slash. So the code is going to be a double slash b. So and then this code is going to give you a float value. So then you can take this float value from the Python. Basically what is the use of it? When you're going to write big programs, then you're going to come to know the use of it, why we add double slash to program and why we change the data type to integer and all those things. So this is the second division operator. The first one was the simple slash, the second one was the double slash. Now the third division operator is that percentage symbol. Now the percentage symbol is going to give you the remainder. The first two division operators are going to give you the quotient, and the third thing, the percentage symbol, is going to give you the remainder. So we use the percentage symbol to get a remainder. So that is the third thing which you have to keep in mind. Now another thing which we use in Python is the double star symbol. The another operator used in Python is a double star operator, which basically is an exponential operator. So basically, if you write 2 double star or 3, or basically you write a double star b, then you mean to say a raised to the power b. So if there are 2 and 3 are the values in the a and b, then it is going to give you the answer 8, because 2 into 2 into 2 is 8, or 2 raised to the power 8, 3 is 8. Now there are certain rules of defining a variable. Like you can't add spaces when you're defining a variable. So I can't write a variable like this: hello space word. So this is a wrong type. This is a wrong format of writing a variable. You can add underscore between two words. So this is the thing which you can do. You cannot start a variable with a digit, and you cannot add a star symbol or any symbol like that at the starting. Now what do I exactly mean? This thing we are going to discuss in the later on in the upcoming videos which are going to come. So thanks for watching this video. Actually, fucking shit, I wanted to tell you one more thing. Wait a second, just don't shut down the video. Now there are certain words which are given by the Python. Like, so there are certain commands which are given in Python, like the print command which we discussed. Similarly, there are other commands like the import command, and those commands are actually inbuilt. So we call those things keywords. So you have to keep in this thing in mind. So all those things, all those commands which comes with Python are called keywords. Thanks for watching this video.